Hello and welcome to video 21, I believe. I don't know, I haven't looked. Actually, I looked today, but I don't remember. It's been a crazy couple weeks. We'll get to some of that information shortly. I'd like to do Drown With Me tonight by Porcupine Tree. It's metaphorical for the topic I will be talking about concerning ego. But we will get to that shortly. And so we'll start with the song. So I'm gonna ask you to come drown with me. Anyway, there's Drawn with me, and as you know the drill, I'll be back shortly for you to be a mere second. Hello, and welcome back to video 21. Yes, we're going to do this a little differently tonight, sit outside, and I'm going to get eaten by mosquitoes probably. Horrible here where I live. But, yeah, you know, so much nicer to be outside when I can be. Hopefully I can find a way to set up everything outside and play some music outside too. So much it's just nicer being outside. Yeah, so not really sure exactly how I'm going to title this one tonight. Couple things that are going on, you know. Craziness. I guess, you know, I'll start with one of the issues, one of the things that are going on. I have a friend who is also a family member, and he was in the hospital. I brought him to the hospital last week, and woo, now I have control over this a little bit. And I brought him in. You know, he was having some issues and stuff, and later that night he had a small heart attack, and he had 9% blockage. And now you have to understand is he eats so not the best, but you know, definitely stays away from things. You know, it's very strong. You know, doing construction and everything. He could certainly kick my butt, you know, and I'm 20 whatever years younger than he is. But again, it goes to show you that it doesn't matter how healthy you are. You know, I don't care, you know, you do all the right things and you don't smoke, you don't do, and he, you know, he doesn't do drugs and doesn't drink and he's always stayed away from all that kind of stuff and doesn't smoke. But again, your past, if you do not deal with your baggage, it will catch up to you. And this is exactly, to me, this is an example of that. You know, you have to deal with it. You have to let it go. If you don't, you know, I mean, he's always tried to stay positive. You know, he's always looking ahead, always looking to the future. You know, he's not like a depressed kind of a person either. So, you know, again, you can put on, and I don't want to say necessarily a facade, but you can be mostly happy, whatever. But again, that weight, all the things that happen during life, if you don't learn to let them go, they will catch up to you at some point. We only get sick and we only have illnesses because of all the stuff we're carrying. And so that's that. And also, as you may notice through the past couple videos, I haven't been myself, you know, a lot of things going on with my family, and you know, my sister's moved back in, so I've had a lot of these external changes going on. And so when those things happen, you know, I tend to look, I've stopped looking inside, and I'm focused outside on the things going on. And again, I forget, and I've said it in my past videos, gotta look inside, you know, and no matter what's going on the outside, and if all this stuff's happening on the outside, there's obviously stuff on the inside going on. So, and you know, I forget, and I'm human, and so, you know, it's, you know, what can I say? You know, like I said, I'm bringing you along this journey with me. I'm not telling you about stuff after the fact and all that. And I'm still learning. Got so much more to learn, you know. And so, yeah, I'm doing so much better, and I've started looking inside. And also, part of the reason why I am doing a lot better, especially the past couple of days, is I bought this book back actually on Valentine's Day, February 14th. There's a used bookstore not far from here, and they have a, you know, spiritual, inspirational type section, and I always check there first to see what's going on there. So much cheaper to buy books there than brand new. And so I came across this book, and I started reading. I was like, it's okay. And but I picked it up, and I put it in my bag a week ago. I read a couple pages. I was like, I should give this book another try. And that's what happens for me a lot of times. I'll buy a couple books because I get that emotional, I should definitely get this. And then a lot of times it'll sit on the shelf. And it'll sit on the shelf for months. Sometimes it'll sit on the shelf for a year or two, but at some point I will pick it up, because it's my heart knows, but it's my brain and the ego that gets in the way, and so I have to be ready, and that's how it is for me. But anyway, so the book is called Ascension, The Analysis of the Art of Ascension as Taught by the Ishayas by MSI. And this is what it looks like. See, there it is. Whoa. And it's an excellent, excellent book. I will probably be going through sections of the book in my next few videos, because it's helping me, and I know it's going to help me get to that ascended higher state of consciousness. Finally found the right book and the right thing, so I will share it with you, bits and pieces of it, as I work towards things. And hopefully I can get a couple more videos in here. It won't be 2 weeks now, but so like a few points that I've learned is that basically there are 2 root emotions only, which kind of makes sense. There's love, and there is fear. And the fear is the ego-based, and what drives most of us one way or the other. And then being in that total state of constant love. I know this camera's kind of shaky. I do apologize. I don't have I have a bit of a shaking thing, so I'm going to set up a little bit something better for the next video. And so in order to get to that state of love, basically you have to kill the ego. I mean, that's the root source in that fear. As I said, and I've stated, my biggest fear is making a mistake or being wrong. Because obviously something happened to me along the way in my past, and which kind of caused that fear to grow through the ego. And the ego, and I've said this too, is it's not just wearing that security blanket around you and going around and, oh yeah, look at me, I'm good and I'm bad, and I'm the best at this, or I'm, whatever. It goes the opposite direction too. And, so if you have lack of self-confidence, or you're always putting yourself down into the depression and all that, I mean, that is also the ego. It's just playing it the other way. And that's what I've dealt with in my life, and with addictions and all that. And speaking of which, last week with everything going on, I slipped 3 times. I drank 3 nights last week. So that was really kind of crappy. The first time I beat the crap out of myself the next day for it. The next time not so much, and then the last time was Saturday. All 3 times it was just the fear. What am I going to do? This person's in the hospital, and my life kind of revolves around him. And, so I started to have anxiety, and that's when I fell, and that's when I slipped, and that's when the ego was pushing, So now that I realize this again, now I've got this book, I'm reading it. I'm not even sure. I'm at page 56, so since yesterday I started reading this book, and so it's really helped me to understand, that it's the ego that's pushing everything. and all of us, you know. And that's where all your judgments come, and all your, you know, the way we perceive the whole world. It all comes from that ego. Versus being in that state of love and without judgment, without, you know, seeing things in that particular sort of way. And it's all about perspective. And I've always mentioned things about perspective, and that's how everything is. It's all a matter of how we look at ourselves, how we look at the world, you know, and all the experiences we've had. I mean, that causes us to perceive things in a certain way. And that's where our beliefs come from. So I think I'm pretty much done for tonight. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's so nice to be outside. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful day. It's probably somewhere in the mid-70s right now. The only place to be is outside when it's this nice. Sun's shining. And of course you got all the frickin' chemtrails. What are you gonna do? You know? Learn. The only thing you can do is let go of your ego. Find that love inside of you. And mosquito. And enjoy life. I mean, got to enjoy it. The only way we can truly enjoy life is through love, on the deepest level, on that root, that emotional root. It comes from the right side of the brain, not the left ego side. But anyway, again, as I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't do my usual ending, because obviously one hand has to hold the camera. And so, hope you're having a great day, great morning, great evening. And so I will say to you, namaste, in peace. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody.